Right then, 5th of August 2026. I got one I know well from when I was younger. I think it was Alison Moyet, Only You. So only you, maybe only you can solve this problem. I don't know. Let's have a look. Today's card is the Hierophant. We've got Scorpio, got third house of communication. Oh, we've got that bloody node again. Is it South Node? Pretty sure. Let's have a look. Pretty sure it's a South Node. So we know that means it's going to be the North Node, don't we? Oh no, it's the South Node, I'm right. So the past again, coming back to honours, for God's sake. Scorpio's in the second house of what you value, which today's card stands for your worth, your value. It's Taurus energy. And third house is Sagittarius, so that's no, sorry, second house. Yeah, so second house is values, third house is communications. There we go. I will get there. It's a bit tired. Heat is making it unbearable, to be honest. My son saw the rainbow this morning though, so I never got to see it. Typical. So he had a little sprinkling of rain where he was, but I didn't get any. Oh no, it's on the cut, look. That's not bad well because it means it's going to come out in the reverse. Oh, and it's in the sweet spot again, so they're doing it, aren't they, for a reason. Only got 3, 4, 3. Yep. Oh, divine couple. The divine couple. Both psychic in their own way. There is a message coming, the postman perhaps, or someone of immaturity wearing a uniform or a darker complexion. This is small improvements in finance, so it could be a check in the post. I don't know if they still do checks. But above all, it's the message, which is the third house. So emails, text messages, phone calls, anything like that. And success, victory after a battle. Somebody's not walking away. Their inner child is having a tantrum though because they can't, or their inner child or is fearing something, or the children are involved. Secrets are coming out. There's Persephone, the daughters, letters B and J in spirit. Hostages, but above all it's secrets. It's about not just thinking, but knowing. They know something. They don't speak about it, but they know it. 2 and 29. We've got a lot of names with this now. So Kelly, Lynn, Marcia, Destiny Lee, Esme Rose, and Beth and Alice. And George, funny enough, it's psychic ability, it's a tarot readers, it's a psychics, it's carnival, whatever that comes to your town, but for us it's the 11th of October. So the 11 is always connected to this lady or this gentleman. And then we have our divine partner, which is today's energy. They don't have faith, they don't believe, and it's costing them. They can't speak their truth. They are unsure of their own worth, never mind anybody else's. Teachers, schools, friendships, marriages. Somebody needs to open up. Spirit will give you fair winds, so they'll give you the opportunity. You have to hoist your own sail, so they can't do it for you. 4 months. But there is blockages in the way. The number 19, Leo energy, White Horse of Kent, barriers built, keeping you in the dark deliberately and blocking your path. So 19 is negative energy. That would be the Karens of this world. And then we have 10 years at least of loyalty, of companionship and money, but there's no mention of love here. So those born in the year of the dog, large financial obligations. Oh, with this message, somebody is taking action within a day. Mind games, mental illness, confused mind, criminal activity even, 1 in 28. Name Steve, Doris, Martin. Somebody does not have the tools of communication. They're either unable or unsure of the words, whatever it is. This is not good. It's also hands, arms, shoulders. It's children again, school days. There's something confusing there. Gemini energy, third out communication. Someone has to right a wrong. It's the karma card again. I mean, you see me shuffle, I'm shuffling very, very well. And a fear having to jump off that cliff. So karma, the self-nerd, unfinished business from the past. At least 7 years. We don't give up on ourselves. We have to keep going. But we do have to pare away what no longer serves us. We don't chop the apple tree down because it doesn't bear as much fruit as it used to. We prune the branches, we feed the roots and hope for a better crop next time when we do the right thing. Oh, she made the right choice. She knows this is a divine couple. He doesn't. There may have been an overlap when they met. This is Adam, Eve, Lily, Susan, Aidan, Catherine, Emily, it is, and Kristen. It is the right choice. Always has been, always will be. 6 and 24. Again, Gemini energy. So hands, arms, shoulders, communications, children, Mercury. A choice. Take that sword and sever ties. No more mind games. Be completely clear. speak the truth and shame the devil. Facts. 1 week. Love but no commitment. That's the problem. There's the Scorpio energy. It's about reproductive organs and shared resources, and that's where they're blocking you in that department. So no sex, please, with British, and you're not having any money neither. So there's fear of what the future holds. Fear of maybe losing that large inheritance even. Richard, Katie, Zoe, a fool, fear of looking the fool, and the dog's still hard on the heels, so that dog is not necessarily a good thing. London, the Lord Mayor of London. Somebody here feels like they have a hole in the pit of the stomach they cannot fill for at least 5 years. Isolation, loneliness, shut out from all that they believe to be true, illness because of it, lonely in a room full of people, feeling half erased. There's the bells of the church. Yep, it's time to move on. Set sail for new horizons. Don't take the baggage of the past with you. 6 weeks, travel across water perhaps. Somebody here has lied, and they know they've lied, and they haven't got the moral high ground, and that's why they didn't win the battle. They lost. It was an uphill battle and they lost. Temporary success maybe that didn't last. House move for some, a celebration coming up. They don't really want to attend, but they can't leave because of it. New foundations, weddings. A home is not a home without a fire in the hearth, food on the table, and a welcome at the door. Fate is going to put a spoke in your wheel. Number 10 is negative energy. Jacqueline, Oscar, Richard. The wheel of fate keeps turning, doesn't it? The name Cooper, or possibly Mini Cooper. Something out of the blue to astonish you, and it's not positive the next 8 days, but it is true about a friendship, a marriage, teachers, schools, or your faith in yourself and others. We've got 6, 7, 8 days. So success may be short-lived. Yeah, because this is not your team. Anything new started won't profit. It was built on shaky foundations. Last 3 years of total failure. Something hasn't paid off as it should have done. Red lights, and that is why somebody shut themselves off. They are not prepared to stay open because of someone controlling the finances or their passions are blocking them. Somebody sat there hoping it'll blow over. It won't, because the definition of insanity is doing the same thing and expecting a different outcome. You are at the crossroads again, and you have to choose wisely. There's the mother energy. Persephone's mother dragged her out of this situation because it was a negative one. You only grow through pain, so you will have to go through some pain, but happiness will return, just like childbirth. So abundance, Taurus energy, Taurus and Gemini are the main players in this, a little bit of Leo. Mothers all over this, and somebody wanting the mum to save them. So you might have even been talking to your mum in spirit and saying, please get me out of this, mum, what do I do? It's time to grow up, I'm afraid. It's about growth. It's about your happiness. The military, agriculture, poppies. We've got Greg, Elaine, Natasha, Abigail, Josh and Lauren. So Taurus, Gemini and Leo. Leo Sun, Taurus Moon. Well done, Spirit. Leo and Jupiter. Or Jupiter and Leo, sorry. Mars and Gemini. Mars and Uranus. So rebellion. Chiron in Taurus, so healing. And the South Node is Leo. Well done, Spirit. Done it again. So, 8th house is Taurus, so death and rebirth, which is the Scorpio house. And the Leo's the 11th house. So this Leo energy is blocking your hopes, wishes and dreams, which is sad. Okay then. South Node. It's things that you've learnt, bad habits you've learnt, stagnation. It's karma. There it is, the Seven of Pentacles. Where's she gone? There she is. It's the things that have gone before. And like the moon, which we just said the moon was in what? Moon in Taurus. It represents your entrenched instinctual behaviour. So if you've learned your fight-flight mode, ingrained responses, survival, innate abilities, compulsions, stagnations and karma. It's your psyche, your survival strategies, your automatic reactions to things. They've got to be left in the past. It's time to evolve and stop making excuses by saying yes but, or whatever other excuse you can find. There is no excuse, you've got to grow and it will come through pain. It's in the Scorpio, so the soul has been through traumas and dramas. The emotional pain must be left behind, or the ability to survive can be carried forward. What I say, you will survive this. And in the 3rd house, reliance has been placed primarily on your intellect or your guile, but communication skills have been developed nonetheless. So you must have learned to communicate better, or you need to. Oh, inwards. We haven't had that for a very long time. It is in reverse. It's health and fertility, which is that. So your sexual organs and health issues, which is the number 22, which is negative energy, the Fool. 22, Ingress. Ing was among the East Danes first seen by men till later he went over the wave, so over the sea, is Wayne followed after, and the headings named the hero, sir. So have courage and be the hero, your own hero, only you, the song. This rune has no Scandinavian equivalent, although Anglo-Saxons often contracted its name to Ing, which is also the name of the horse god of fertility. So it's born in the year of the horse, and those with the letters N, G, as in thing, could be important. And not many people know what my married name when I was married was England. Although Ing Frey was a horse god, the main symbolic association of this rune deals with another totem beast, the boar, Taurus. The cuckoo, so there's a third person in the nest, the cuckoo in the nest, is the bird symbol, while laurels and apple trees, which we've talked about, well done, and the herb rosemary, so the name rosemary could be very important, and laurel. Self-healing are its correspondent in the vegetable kingdom. The shape of the rune suggests a doorway, and many rune masters consider it to be a portal to the astral plane. In Germanic language, names ending with ing sound denotes son of, so this may be the son of someone. We get that a lot in the reads, don't we? Like Jackson is Jack's son, Peterson is Peter's son, and if it's got Fitz in it, it means illegitimate. The Saxon heir to the throne being called the Athelin, or son of a king. Freya, the Norse god of earth's fertility, is the primary deity associated with the rune Ingus. He is also identified, although tenuously, as a god of horses, Ing or Ingfrey. However, Frey did not actually ride a horse. He preferred a steed that was a wild boar named Gillenbursti, or golden bristles. The bristles on the boar's back symbolised fields of opening wheat. Demeter's card, the Empress. Although most sources refer to Ing and Frey as being one and the same, there is an element of doubt regarding this identification, as the Ing sound often denotes son of. Ing Frey may not have been Frey himself, but rather his unnamed son. So son unnamed, either because it's illegitimate or past. Over to the other side. He also appears to have been a semi-historical person. In words of rune poem, was amongst the East Danes first seen by men. Ingus is particularly concerned with health, fertility, well-being of men. It often denotes, so that's why the man is not happy. There's something wrong with his health, or is unable or willing to speak his truth. It often denotes fertility of the mind, yes, and that's infertile. So that's depression, it's causing depression. Or the motivation and energy needed to start new projects, you haven't got it. A new job is often indicated, and this rune is drawn. But even if that does not occur, the potential remains for considerable change for the better. I would say not, because it's in reverse, and we've got change for the worse. And somebody fears that. But once you've hit rock bottom, there's nowhere else to go, and it's very liberating. Been there. Of course, for new phase in life to begin, it's necessary to finish the old business first. The past is what's keeping you locked down. Don't worry that nothing will come to replace it, if that's what your fear is. New and more productive opportunities will arrive. Ingus is also a rune of problem solving. So if a complex matter is taking your time and attention, its solution is not far away. Ignoring the problem for a while might help. Done that for too long, it seems. You've been shutting yourself down and isolating, because you may be so involved in intricacies that you cannot see the bigger picture. When you return with fresh insight, the solution will be obvious. It may also be a time that you took a holiday. That's not going to happen because somebody's stopping you, blocking you, but there will be travel across water for some. It won't be a happy holiday if you do go. And you should also put your house in order. Clear away any rubbish and focus your attention on the harmony of your surroundings, so feng shui. The implication of the rune goes further. Perhaps certain people are sapping your confidence, yes, and taking advantage of your low spirits or your goodwill. If so, these folk should no longer play a role in your life. They need to be pared away. You will need courage, foresight, and wisdom to detect who and what you need around you and what is redundant. Ingers may also have a bearing on inheritance, both the passing on of material goods through generations and the continuance of traditions and forebears, because it's not happening. This is negative. So only you, that's what matters, you. I don't mean in a selfish way, but you have to put yourself on a priority list and stop letting these people block your path and make you miserable. The happiness is outside of this domain, unfortunately. So make the right choice for you. There's a choice card. $26. Again, I told you, didn't I? 26 was my childhood home, and it says about childhood, and I have no connection to that house anymore. I have no idea why it keeps coming up. 26. The name Ian could be important. 26. The thorn apple. The Latin name Datura stramonium. Venus, Saturn and Jupiter. Venus, and we know it's also, we've got Jupiter mentioned today, and Saturn is the truth, also the Hierophant. So, eat a little and you will just sleep. Eat a little more and you will dream. But if you eat a little more, you will wake no more. So be very careful of medications, especially prescription ones, because you may be that depressed you're not realising what you're taking, and it will poison you and could kill you at this point. So be warned. I don't like depression medication. It's all a load of hooey. Thorn apple is a powerful witching herb associated with all forms of magic, good and ill. It can be used to gain magical power as well as cast glamour. Well, black magic, definitely. Illusions and fascinations, bewitching your senses. So somebody is keeping you bewitched in lies and untruths. As a water-ruled plant, it is wonderfully ally in all psychic pursuits, enhancing divination skills, seership and dream work. There is a strong sexual magnetic quality to the plant that makes it useful for love and lust spells. But we know, don't we, the love spells don't work when true love walks in the building. As seen by its association with Venus, there she is again, as a poison, it is also ruled by Saturn. And somebody, the gentleman here, is being poisoned. This is in the reverse. It is a thorny seed pod and can grant protection. It can also be a spiritual, if not physical, healer, helping open us up to love and acceptance. And that's what Spirit wants you to do, open up. A plant spirit of thorn apple is beguiling. People are deeply attracted or deeply repulsed by it, a bit like Marmite. Just as people are attracted or repulsed by witches, thorn apple has a wonderful white five-fold blossom, looking almost trumpet-like, and they are sometimes referred to as the witch's thimble. The flower leaves us with four-chambered seed pod, much like the four-fold heart, scattered and multitude of seeds that travels on the wind and water. The seed pod is spiked and gives rise to another folk named Devil's Apple or Devil's Weed. Thorn apple helps us travel in spirit, to fly between worlds and open the gates to the heavens and to the depths. Many find this spirit deeply helpful in reconnecting with the ancestors, particularly in dreams. So you may have dreams of your ancestors. Awakening our power of dream magic is a speciality of this plant, and it can also help us when we face nightmares or other fears of the dark and unknown. So that's the dark and unknown, 19, and that's your fears, the 22. A very active night spirit, the moth is a totemic animal associated with the thorn apple. Thorn apple also stimulates our sexual energy, helping us feel more attractive, enchanting, and getting in touch with our sensual side. But it's reversed. Thorn apple appears reversed when someone is deceiving us or trying to influence us. There it is. Against our better judgment. Trust no one but yourself. It can appear when someone is trying to subtly attack you, mentally, physically, magically, or when your own delusions are hurting yourself. It calls us to get centered and protect ourselves, which is what High Priestess has done. There she is. She got centered and protected herself. Know that you are beautiful, you are powerful, and you can go wherever you want to go. So if you wanted a message from your mum, she's telling you, go where you like. I'm not bothered. Where shall we go now, Mother? Let's go to this one. Too many. Oh, there it is. Angel Uriel. Uriel always carries a book. So, Archangel Uriel works with the ruby rays, which is made up of purple and gold. It is the ray of wisdom and spirituality. So find your faith in yourself, if nothing else. You are blessed to attract this angel card, for he will bring you serenity, love, tranquility, and peace. You in your turn are invited to spread that beautiful quality to others. Connecting with Archangel Uriel will enable you to inspire to oneness with all humanity. This is a high state of grace which will bring you freedom and joy. So visualize yourself in a purple and golden cloak and invoke Archangel Uriel's help to raise your consciousness. Don't forget to put the hood up. I am one with everyone, and peace and serenity. So find your peace. Home is where the heart is. Home is not a home without fire in the hearth, food on the table, and welcome at the door. There is the 18. Your touchstone. It's your happy place, really. Go back to where the time when you felt most safe, secure, and happy, and stay there for a while in your head, because that will give you something to head for, to know that that's the feeling you want back. And if things don't make you feel like that, then you shouldn't be there. She's foundation stone. You're 18. Standing stones. If you go anywhere where there's standing stones, touch it, ground yourself. 18. So we've got 18, 19, and 22. The standing stone. The great stones erected so long ago may have a purpose that's been lost through the ages, yet their power is undeniable. They are symbols of our connection to the ancient world and of the eternal truths that are there for the sincere seeker. This stone's carving shows a knot with no beginning and no end, and that's how spirits see your life. It is with the sacred mysteries. We are inseparable from interweaving cycles of time, at one with the earth, sea and sky. You are exactly where you need to be right now, on that crossroads. attuned with the elemental forces and in balance with them. You must take a moment to take stock of your surroundings, to find a fixed point in your life, a touchstone, where you can return to when you are feeling less sure of yourself. This is about your inner wisdom, giving yourself time, feeling safe, solid and grounded. I am part of the timeline of the ages. What legacy will I leave? And they're not talking about money. They're talking about values. They're talking about integrity. They're talking about truth. Are your lies going to be found out when you're gone? Have you lived the life you want? If not, you're not genuine. Something needs to be said, and this divine couple needs to have a conversation, I believe, but he will not speak the truth, so it's not time. He's not ready, unfortunately. Yeah, the road is long. Moving forwards, travel, definitely. New horizons. Oh, in a hurry. City, but there'll be no celebration. This is a celebration that somebody doesn't want to attend, and it might be a big one, or they don't mind attending it, but it means nothing to them. Their glasses are empty. So that's sad. Thanks for listening. I'll tell you what the song says. Bit of a downer, that one. Sorry. Thanks for listening. Bye bye.